I'm here today to give you an update on Gala. We're going to be breaking this down from a technical analysis perspective. We're going to be looking at potential buying areas, potential trade areas, market structure, some really key indicators that I use every single day to make copious amounts of cash. I'm not going to keep you guys too long here. If you like the content, smash a little like on it. Starting off with Gala here on a market structure perspective, you can see from the most recent high that we have set here for this lovely bull market, you can see that is currently set at around 8 cents 696. Love to see 69, and from that point that's going to be our high. Yes, massive retracements coming through, and we are setting, unfortunately, lower highs in this current downtrend. Okay, this is absolutely fine. It's perfectly fine to have massive retracements after seeing such significant bullish momentum coming through here. So the confirmed lower highs that we have got for this asset right now, and the reason why I'm going through these is because there's not actually that many, because we've only just sort of confirmed that we're actually going into these into this sort of a bearish, not a bearish market because obviously we're in a bull market, but a bearish sort of section in the market, a pullback zone here for this lovely super cycle that we're currently in for crypto. But the lower highs, 7 cents 2, and that is the confirmed lower high, the most recent confirmed lower high. The reasoning for that is, guys, as you can see, this is the low, and then we come back, have a nice little pullback, and then we break this low. Breaking that low confirms this lower high. Good stuff. Now, if we look after breaking that low, we set a new low, and we actually have a pullback, set a new lower high, but unfortunately it's not been confirmed because we haven't broke this low just yet. So this is currently the unconfirmed lower high. Basically means it's less valid in terms of 1, market structure, and 2, resistance there. So why is that important to us? Because basically that means Gala can swing 82% to the upside and still be in this sort of micro bearish sort of market structure here. Quite unlikely for us to stay bearish after swinging up 82%, but it's definitely something to take into consideration there, and it is technically bullish to have that space between the market structure points in a bearish market structure. Okay, so yeah, let's look at a potential trade here for Gala and see what we could essentially be looking out for there. Now, clearly, you can see we do have pretty strong trend lines coming down from the high of this current bull market, okay? Pretty strong trend lines. What I mean is you can see resistance, 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 resistance. Didn't get resistance, but found resistance further up. And then obviously we've got a lovely trap zone. As you can see here, guys, this forms resistance there. And you can see we're just kind of trying to ride down alongside of that continuously here. The fact that we haven't broke this to the upside yet is interesting. And this is where the next trade here for Gala is pretty much lined up for a God mode move, okay? Which is very interesting, okay? So let's get into this. And let's talk Fibonacci to start us off here. So one thing here is the Fibonacci swing low from that current bear market previously is all the way down at around 1 cent, okay? The swing high from this current bull market is 8 cents. The Fibonacci retracement areas are plotted in as so, and you can see we broke the 0.5, which is the confirmation of the reversal of the trend, and now we are seeing the 0.618 get tested. Yes, get tested. Now, we have tested that multiple times to the lower side and have actually formed sort of an area of support here that we need to be plotting in. Why is that not plotting in properly? There we go. Had a little bit of a lag there, but yeah, now it's plotted in. We've got 2 lines now. Yeah, it's plotted in there nicely, and you can see the support that we actually get on this area is really strong. Okay, so why is this important? Why is this important? Because you can see the momentum from this area is pretty goddamn strong. Okay, and the fact that we've got trend lines coming through from all-time, well, not all-time highs, bull market cycle highs right now, and we're compressed right down into this triangle, into this corner here, essentially means we're looking for a breakout scenario, okay? A breakout scenario, probably referencing the Fibonacci level of support, this massive level of support as well. The breakout from these massive trend lines, we will get some more indicators going as well, and we will basically see a nice prediction for this. So let's look at momentum here. Currently from this area, you can see we saw 35% there. We saw 27% there, 28% there, ridiculous. So if we are going to be conservative here, we usually do around half. So it's going to be around 16, it's not, it's going to be 14% there. Come on, maths. Come on, brain. Do your work. 14% move to the upside from that trend line. So essentially, we're not going to be getting in like until we see that break of the all-time of this trend line from the high. Okay, so we need to essentially be looking and be conservative for that point. So this will be our entry point. And the reasoning for that is, guys, is because it's going to be above Fibonacci, the 0.618. It's going to be basically the support from this trend line, which shows that we have momentum here. And it's going to be the break from this this massive trap zone from the high here, okay? So it's a very, very important area to be looking out for there. And in terms of a TP, 7.77%. Isn't that meant to be lucky or something? Not sure. But yeah, that's going to be the TP. I wouldn't just be going for 7.77%. I'd be staggering my take profits. And for you guys that are new to the channel, you know the way that I love to trade and the safest way you can be trading crypto, especially in these markets. These are the most manipulated markets, guys, in the world. So the safest way you can be trading this is getting in your position, okay? Getting in. And what you want to do, you want to stagger your take profits. You want to take 25% equity out at every single level that you could potentially see that manipulation come into fruition, okay? So you can see what we're doing here. Simple as that. We're using these levels of resistance, levels of support, resistance, support, support, resistance, 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 support. So what you see what I'm saying? So what we want to do here, we want to get into the position here. This will be our entry point. And then we're basically going to be running this up. And then when we hit our first take profit, what we're going to do? We're going to take our stop loss, wherever that may be, probably below this low, actually, probably somewhere around that. We haven't looked at a few more indicators just yet, but yeah, probably below this low, because you can see massive levels of support from that area. And once we hit our first take profit, we take 25% of our equity out of the position, and we take our stop loss, and we move our stop loss to our entry point. So just for example, if we get a trade on the screen here, just to show you guys in a nice simplistic form, say that's the stop loss, just for example. This is the final TP. You can see, ignore the R and R right now, but you can see once we hit our first take profit, we take our stop loss, move our stop loss to our entry. And that basically just leaves green on the screen. Because if we get stopped out, yes, we're out of the trade. It is what it is. But we've already made 25% profit. Well, on 25% equity, we've made profit. And now we're in a risk-free position. So if this bad boy runs, you make bank. You make bank and you're not losing nothing. You're not losing anything. You've got yourself in a risk-free trade. If you set up loads of these and you just go, right, stop loss to entry, stop loss to entry, stop loss to entry, you're sat there and you're like, I'm not risking anything right now. There's only upside from that point. Okay, there's only upside from that point. Even if you get manipulated like crazy, there's only upside because you get stopped out of entry. You're fine. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much the safest way to trade, I do find, here with crypto. Obviously, there's many other different strategies as well. But yeah, just a bit of education for you guys on that point. Let's look at a few more indicators here for Gala to cement this position in, and then we can really be setting some alerts and waiting for that, okay? So looking at the Quantum Insight indicator, a very valuable indicator that I do use quite a lot on this channel, this is where it gets quite interesting, okay? So on the 4-hour, okay, I know we were setting it up on the 12-hour, which we can look at both, of course. You can see on the 12-hour, we've actually got key levels of momentum, okay? Key levels of momentum that I'm talking about, guys. You can see this area here, and currently this area here. Why are these important? These are important because you can see they are below this lovely, lovely blue line here. Okay, and what that means is it's overextended momentum to the downside. For you newer traders out there, basically, it's not the same as RSI, but it is the same as like the RSI being oversold, essentially. So you get the buybacks coming through. This is sort of a change in the momentum's direction because it's been overextended for too long. And this tends to usually mean a reversal in the chart. So if we use this for an example, you can see momentum from this zone, strong to the upside. Momentum from this zone, overextended. She saw quite an aggressive dump to the downside there. But yeah, so you can see it doesn't work every time, but it's definitely a point to really be looking out for there. And then after that momentum, you can see it creeps up, and we saw obviously the massive explosion, but you can see it does get manipulated there as well. But another point we can be using for this, guys, is, again, we are getting to that overextended point, and that is currently, okay, it's currently below the previous levels of momentum. So it does show momentum to the downside is slowing down and getting more bullish, okay? So that is another sign that we're likely to see a really nice move to the upside. So if we reverse, if we tap down, tap this level of support around 3 cents, start banging it up, we're basically going to be riding this whole wave up to the upside with that position that we just spoke about. Another bullish thing to be looking out for here, guys, as well, is stochastic RSI is down, and it has been down for a very long time here. We're waiting for that bullish crossover in this area, so maybe a little bit more downside, and then we see that move come up, and then we can basically capitalize on this bad boy coming through. But yeah, that is going to be it for your Gala update today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if you liked it. Smash a like on the video, guys, if you enjoyed the content. And if you never want to miss one of my uploads, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you're never going to miss one. It's as simple as that. That's going to be it from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.